Hey, this is Jerry Akin at Pierce Chapel. Thank you for joining me for this July meditation moment. In popular literature, in movies, sometimes there is a hero that takes on the role of sort of a messianic figure. Oftentimes, this hero will be referred to as the chosen one. In films like The Matrix or Star Wars, you hear the chosen one whenever they are talking to the person who they're expecting to save everyone else. Again, this is kind of this idea that there's this messianic figure, a savior of the people. Obviously, they are drawing from the story of Christ, the Messiah, who saves the world through his sacrifice and through the forgiveness and atonement of sins. Claire and I like to watch this show called The Chosen, about Jesus and his disciples. And before I started watching it, and even for a little while after I started watching it, I assumed that the word chosen was referring to Jesus. After all, he was the chosen one, if we want to use that term, right? But as I watched the show, I realized it wasn't really about Jesus being the chosen. The chosen in the title refers to his disciples, who he chose to call to come and follow him. In fact, all of us as disciples are chosen. God chose to call you. In the book of 1 Peter chapter 2, Peter says, "You are the chosen ones of God, chosen for the high calling of priestly work, chosen to be a holy people, God's instruments to do his work and speak out for him, to tell others of the night and day difference he made for you, from nothing to something, from rejected to accepted." So if you're ever feeling down on yourself, if you're ever feeling worthless, aimless, like you have no purpose, just remember that God called you and he chose to do that. Jesus calls you to follow him. He chose to do that. And you went from rejected to accepted. Rejoice, beloved. You are chosen.